Hello and welcome to another Train Sim World 2 video. I had to think there. And this time around I'm going to be completing a request submitted by Juniper. And that's the name of the person who submitted the request, of course. And today I'm driving the Class 66 on the Teesville line. We're going from Eaglescliffe to Redcar British Steel. Or British Steel Redcar, whichever one you want to say. I'm more inclined to say British Steel Redcar because it kind of makes sense, you know, British Steel being the name of the steelworks that's there, you know, obviously. British Steel being a massive industry around this time. As far as it is now, I believe it's only got about one or two branches, though I might be wrong on that. Either way, it's not really, I doubt it's British owned anymore. But that is at Redcar. And also, I'd like to take this video as an opportunity to talk about something that's a bit weird, to be brutally honest. The weird thing is an upcoming DLC by the name of Diesel Legends Great Western, or Great Western Diesel Legends, or Diesel Glory, or 1970s Diesel Pack, or just 1970s Great Western. It's been called a number of names by the community, and I believe that the official name is something like Great Western Diesel Legends or something. It's a DLC pack, and obviously you have to pay money for it because it's a DLC. It counts as an add-on. Now, what is this all about then? Well, I'll tell you. I'll quickly explain what's in the pack itself. So, in the pack you will get 3 locomotives, a new timetable for Great Western Express, you know, the route that you probably already have, and if you don't have it, it is available in the Preserve collection. The way that I got it was I bought a special kind of 3-pack with Train Sim World 2020, and that one gave you Great Western Express, Long Island Railroad, Northern Transpennine, and also Hauptstrecke Rheinruhr, Main Spessartbahn, I believe. Yeah, Main Spessartbahn and Hauptstrecke Rheinruhr. Yeah, okay, I can't really pronounce German very well, but it's a language that I don't speak. Anyway. So if you've already got Great Western Express, that particular route, then you can buy the Diesel Legends pack, which will get you a new timetable for Great Western Express, including for the locomotives that I'm about to list out, for the Class 08, which comes in the pack, for the Class 52, which comes in the pack, and also the Class 101, which comes in the pack. And there's also going to be timetable slots for the Class 31, which you've just seen literally going past, and that was handy, wasn't it? I didn't plan that. And also, can't remember what the other one is that they're going to let you drive on it. I think it might be the 37. Yeah, probably going to be that, but we'll just see. It might even be the Class 40 from the heavy freight pack for Northern Transpennine. Either way, it supports locomotives with that new timetable that you're getting, and they will just slot in on various layers on the timetable. The problem with this is that it hasn't been very well received, and I can understand why. There's a number of reasons why it hasn't been well received. First of all, the price of the pack. I don't know what the official price is, because a bunch of people were saying about £17 something, and another group of people would say about £15. So I'm kind of sitting here wondering what the official price is. Either way, it's over £10. And because it's over £10, that leads to a little bit of a problem. The Class 52 is available in VR Blue in this pack for the first time. This is how you're going to get it if you want that particular skin of the Class 52, which originally came out in West Somerset Railway, although in a completely different livery. Now it's up to you which one you prefer. I like both of them. I think they both look nice. I don't have the one from West Somerset Railway, and I don't have the one from the pack that I'm talking about. So I just don't have a 52 at all. However, I do have a Class 08 in the same, roundabout the same livery. I have in Thornaby Blue, which is basically the same blue as British Rail Blue, but we'll gloss over that. It's pretty much the same thing. And also the Class 101 in the same exact blue colour. In fact, I have the Class 01 twice, because I got it from Northern TransPennine originally, and then Tees Valley Line. So here's the problem. The Class 08 has appeared in one DLC before this, in the same colour. It's been appearing in 2 DLCs before this, albeit in slightly different colours each, so it's featured in the game twice. Class 101 has featured in 2 DLCs also, Northern TransPennine and Tees Valley Line, and now we're getting it again for the 3rd time. When I say that we're getting it, I mean it's included in the pack. It's going to be on sale, basically, again. You don't have to get it to play the game. It's not like a subscription based thing, or you need it. It's an as and when you want it sort of thing. And then the Class 52, which has only appeared once before with West Somerset Railways, a DLC add-on locomotive. That one, because it's appeared only once before, I can kind of forgive, and also it's in a new colour scheme, so I can forgive that as well. And that's only because I don't have it. If I was someone who did have it, I'd probably be a little bit iffy on that, for paying for what is essentially a skin to get it exclusively in a pack with 2 other locomotives that I've either got or I haven't got. Even then, it's a bit crap, to be honest with you. The loco selection, not really impressed with it, and I was expecting something else. When I heard the words Great Western 1970s, I was half expecting to get the 70s rendition of the Class 43, because that was around in the 70s. In fact, it's one of the symbols of British Rail in the 70s to even have the HSTs in the first place. So I thought, oh, maybe they do an original skin, like an Intercity or the original British Rail sort of yellow and blue kind of colour for it, but no, they didn't do that. Okay, fine. Let's talk about the positives, if you will. If you don't have a 101 and an 08 from previous DLCs, if this is your first DLC going into the game, it makes sense, because with the DLC you get 3 locomotives out of the total of about 5 that it supports, and you've got 3 new things, if you're new to the game, they're new to you, to drive. And some people really like the 101. I personally could take or leave it. The 08, I definitely don't like that one, but I suppose that for people that like that, it's a good addition. The 52, yeah, I'd probably like that if I had it. So this has been a bit crap. There is another tiny little thing that you will get on top of this. You'll get the ability to use those locomotives in livery editor, though I don't know whether that's coming in its own update or it comes with the pack itself. I'm pretty sure it only comes with the pack. So if you want to customise your 101, 08 and 52 in livery editor, that will be supported. So yeah. And a lot of people have been a bit, well, very negative towards this pack. I have been sort of negative on the basis that I'm not interested in it because of what content is in there. The fact that I already have 2 of the locomotives that are in that pack, and I'd only really be buying it to get the Class 52, which is something that I don't have. I really got to clear my throat more often. This is just not working. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame, to be honest with you. I was looking forward to something different about this, but it seems to just be reskins of old trains that we've already got on a route that wasn't really made to take them, because the route that you're going to be driving it on is Great Western Express, and they didn't edit it at all. So they haven't edited it at all. It's still the 20 I'd say 2013, 2014 sort of time. It's still set in the mid 2010s. The route itself, it doesn't have the 1970s details. It doesn't have different different buildings that would have been around in the 70s. It hasn't got. Basically, it's unchanged. It's completely unchanged. It's the same route as it always was. It even has the overhead wipes, which I don't believe, which probably weren't there at the time. And this is a big shame, because that's one of the reasons why people have kind of avoided picking it up, because it's anachronistic to the route itself. They didn't edit the route at all. So yeah, basically they're trying to introduce a new experience for old DLCs, for old routes that you have, and that makes sense to me. At least it does make sense, but the way it's carried out is not very good, because here's an interesting fact. The Class 101 barely ran on the Great Western Main Line anyway. In fact, I believe it was only doing, around that time anyway, it's only doing some services from Old Oak Common and then onto the line itself. I don't know exactly what. Some people have said it was kind of like a mail train, you know, delivering post and letters and packages and stuff like that. But yeah, it wasn't used very much at all. So people have kind of been questioning, why have you included it? If you've done your research, you would know that it wasn't used that often. So it's a tiny portion of the whole thing. They could have included a different train which ran on the route at the time that ran a lot more than the 101, but they didn't. So maybe if they included that and it was a new locomotive, then maybe, just maybe, I might be interested in buying it, because it's completely new. But no. So yeah, that's the whole thing with that. I don't really like it. If I do end up purchasing it one day, it would only be for the Class 52. That's really about it. And to be honest, some forum users have said that people who have the locomotives already should get a discount on it, and I'm in support of that. I know that Dovetail won't do it, but I am in support of that idea. I do think that people who pay for the content already that is available in the pack should get a discount on the whole thing, because they're essentially paying for the same things again. You know, I just think that's a bit fairer, to be honest, because, well, if you've already got them and you buy it, it doesn't really make any difference. All you're getting is the ability to drive those locomotives that you already have on the route you already have, with just a different timetable. So yeah, it's a bit stinky overall. I don't think they should abandon this idea. I'm not the sort of person who cares very much for historical accuracy. I'm not bothered if the route doesn't match the locomotives themselves. I'm not really bothered about it myself, personally. I just thought it was mentioning that they didn't update it, because that's something that people have kind of been worrying, well, not worrying about, just wondering why you went in this direction, really. Yeah, alright, I'll stop rambling about it now. Yeah. So today we're driving on the Tees Valley line with the Class 66. Obviously you've been watching it the whole time, and I would like to note that the reason that you will notice as you're watching this video back that there is a downgrade in the quality of the visuals. So Share Factory seems to downgrade a lot of the visuals for everything that I play. This game, it seems to it doesn't seem to like it very much. So the quality of the video that you're watching is probably less than it is in the game. I don't know by how much less. I don't even know how to measure that. But if you saw a proper high quality thing captured by something other than Share Factory, it would likely be the same quality as it is in game itself. So this game might look a bit worse to you because it's coming through Share Factory and it's my videos, because quite frankly my videos are kind of shit. but I will note that it is a very pretty game, and I think that this is a very nice environment to drive in. Tees Valley Line, I like it, especially during the evening time. Evening time with this sort of orange sky, and well, it's clear. There's a few clouds about, but fairly clear. Some of the locomotives on the line that I put there, and this is obviously scenario planner mode. So you'll be seeing lots of locomotives that usually wouldn't run on here. That's nice to see. And this route does have AWS, you can hear it working there. So I just thought this is a good fit. Besides, we're using a freight train mainly. And you know, you got the industrial northeast over here, going through Grangetown, and you know, all the different steelworks and factories and warehouses and all that. So that's nice to see. But I'll let the visuals kind of speak for themselves. If you enjoy them and you want to see them in better detail, please do watch another person's channel, because unfortunately this is how Share Factory is. It downgrades stuff. It looks perfectly fine on my screen as I'm recording it now. It just, yeah, it becomes a little bit crap after that. Either way, that's how it is. I'll just deal with it. 2-cap gone past. Right. So, what else have I got to talk about that won't take too long? Class 465, you'll have seen a bunch of videos on it recently. That's because I wanted to get them done and out of the way, because people have submitted a request before that, and by the time they submitted it, the 465 wasn't even out. So I've kind of just been going through those. Also, I really like driving the 465. It's my new favourite commuter train. And the 313, let's just talk about another thing that irks me, right? So on the stream for Dovetail, well, basically Train Simulator as a channel, you know, it's still run by Dovetail. They do roadmap streams. So the roadmap is intended to tell you what sort of content is coming up, or what they're working on as far as bug fixes and improvements to previous routes. Which they'll do the improvements and bug fixes for free, right? But they also include some DLCs and add-ons that they're planning on, or that are in production, or that are coming up next. So with that in mind, there's stuff like, obviously the Arosa line is on there. I like the Arosa line. I'm liking it more and more as I'm learning more about what it's going to be. As for when I pick it up, probably not on release day, I've got to be honest. I want to see a little bit more of it while it's out, you know, the public version. Because it's not like Southeastern High Speed, where I kind of thought, oh yeah, I'm definitely buying that on release day. It's more like, okay, if I end up wanting this thing after it comes out, then I'll probably try and get it. It looks like a nice route, and the train that comes with it probably isn't that bad to drive either. But then, I'll tell you something, the roadmap streams, the people on them, are not the streamers themselves. You know, Sam and Adam being the hosts of those roadmap streams. Not those guys. I'm talking about the people who come into the chat. They annoy me. Because I sat on it live. I sat and watched it live. Because I wanted to... If I had a question and it wasn't answered, then I wanted to ask it. I'd only ask it if it was related to upcoming content, though. I wouldn't just ask random questions like, oh, will you ever give me this and this? Because that's pointless. And a lot of people in the chat were doing that. A lot of people in the chat were saying, why don't we have New York City subway? Give me this, give me that. Shut up. Seriously, shut up. Because you've been told previous times in other streams very clearly, if you want to suggest something, you go on the forums and there is a suggestion thread for that. Because there's no point suggesting it in the roadmap stream, because they can't give you an answer. are you planning on doing this? Well, they don't know. If it's not on the roadmap, they can't read it out to you. They probably know, you know, if they probably know exactly what's upcoming. They probably have a plan way in advance, but they're not allowed to give you that information because it's not on the roadmap. It's not something they want to disclose yet. So give them some space and give them some time, please. Don't just keep asking for things that you're not going to get an answer to. And you know, I'd say the stream still went well. Obviously, they just read out the rules to these people. If they choose not to listen, a moderator will come and basically tell them to get lost. Well, not like that. We'll sort of say, oh, you're breaking the rules. Either stop doing that, or I don't know, I'll ban you off the chat or something. So yeah, that kind of annoyed me. Either way, that is pretty much the end of today's video. I do hope you enjoyed. Sorry for all the rambling and all the negativity, but I'll see you in the next video. We'll hopefully be doing something just as interesting, if not more. See you around.